Death. It's one of the only guarantees in life. Aside from taxes, of course. Have you ever really wondered what happens to your brain and body as you pass away? Well, let's take a situation. Let's pretend that we're in the hospital and we're in a critical state where we're about to pass away. So, there we are in the hospital bed and we're gonna pass away. So, let's see what happens. These are the major events that take course in the timeline of death. The process of death begins, the state of being bliss, the heart stops and the body is pronounced dead, the loss of senses within the dying patient, hearing stops and the brain is pronounced dead, and post-death body interactions. So let's take a look at how the process of death begins. So obviously, since we can't talk to people who have passed away, we're going to have to look at patients of near-death experiences. This could be from cardiac arrest, strokes, or other diseases that they went through. So the first thing they always talk about is the bright white lights that the patients saw themselves. They also think about the fear of death, as well as their family and friends, a lot more. Their organs begin to fail and give up one at a time. So this is the beginning of all the steps that happen during death. The next one we're going to take a look at is the state of being bliss. And so the state of being bliss means being in awe or happy. Many individuals who have encountered near-death experiences are often in a state of awe or bliss. They often resist the resuscitation that doctors attempt to provide them. This can be seen by a doctor who goes by the name of Jill Bolt Taylor. She had a stroke and she actually described her experience as one side of her brain was in a hemorrhage. She actually enjoyed that state and being in the state of bliss and in awe, and she actually avoided being resuscitated. The next state that we're going to take a look at is when the heart stops and the body is pronounced dead. So this is a very interesting place. The heart can continue to beat if provided oxygen, and the heart gradually slows down until a point of no heartbeat. This is called a dying heart rhythm. The brain may continue to function for a few minutes following the death of the body or when the heart officially stops. The fourth state is also occurring near the same time as when the heart stops. This is a loss of senses within dying patients. And so what this one is about is the senses a dying individual feels are lost at different times. First, the feeling of hunger and thirst are lost, and the body may no longer need these nutrients or water. That's why these senses are lost. Speech is lost next, followed by vision, and then touch. Hearing is the last sense to go. Many minutes after being pronounced dead, the brain is officially dead, and your hearing actually stops. So, hearing is the last sense to go from an individual who is passing away. There have been cases of individuals who had near-death experiences following cardiac arrest or strokes who recalled being pronounced dead. So, as they're being pronounced dead by the doctor, they actually remember hearing that. Elizabeth Blunden, a PhD student at the University of British Columbia, concluded that a dying brain can respond to sound even in an unconscious state. The last experience your body goes to following death is called post-death body interactions. This is how your body interacts after death. Following the pronouncing of death, an individual's body may still experience some unique actions. There could be shuddering throughout the body and movement as the muscles release tension. There could be a cry for help or a yelp due to the muscles moving in the voice box. The passing of urine and or stool is also common because the muscles are relaxing. So that's what our body and brain experiences after death and throughout the whole process of death. I hope you enjoyed.